is Michael Levinson, the writing candidate for president. And right now, we're talking mortgages. Let's talk mortgages for a few minutes while I'm trying out my new machine for making movies to play on television stations all over the country. Here is my program. Upon election, we are going to have a new and innovative financial instrument, the United States Mortgage Savings Bond. With the United States Mortgage Savings Bond, a financial instrument of we the people, we are going to purchase every mortgage, residential and commercial, bank held, every mortgage in the whole country, so that your house, you owe $100,000, you've always paid your bills, there's going to be a 15% discount, and you will receive a United States Mortgage Savings Bond paid to the order of you and the bank. And you'll take your United States Mortgage Savings Bond into the bank and wait for the deed to come over the fax machine. Then you're going to sit down and rewrite the mortgage at 10, 15, 20, 25, 30 years, fixed rate, depending on the quality of your credit, from 4 to 7%, your new mortgage. Then you'll hit the send button on the computer when you fill these papers out in the bank, or you do it at home, or you do it at one of these places where they do the income tax. But the bank manager will help you. You'll do it right there. And you'll hit the send button and it goes to Uncle Sam. Then you also mail a fax copy of your deed to Uncle Sam. Then Uncle Sam has all the mortgages. Uncle Sam is going to take the mortgages and pass them back to the bank branches where the houses are. So if you're assuming that your bank is not too far from where you live, in the same zip code, that bank or the bank across the street is liable to have your mortgage for servicing. So your local bank will issue you the payment book, and that's where you'll make the payment. We will then, houses that are upside down, that are underwater, where the house is only worth 100, but the person living in the house, the mortgage is for 150. We're going to take that $50,000 and put that on the back of the mortgage without any interest. It's just going to sit there. So 10, 15 years down the road, when the person sells the house, they have equity in the house, and that second mortgage sitting on the back will get paid off in part or in full. Depends on the situation. Probably in full, because it's our money. These are our houses that were financed by Freddie Mac and Fannie Mae, and that's us actually. Even though it's sort of private, it was backed by our money. So we put that on the back so the payment is reasonable. Then when the house is sold, the person walks away and they have some money, and all the years they've lived there, they've had a payment that they could live with. Those houses, the mortgage is going to be reduced from, if it's 150, it's going to be 65 cents on the dollar. The last batch of houses are those that are already in foreclosure or on the brink of foreclosure. Those we're purchasing from the banks, and they don't have anything to say about it. 49 cents on the dollar. And when it's a house in foreclosure, they're ahead of the game to get 49 cents on the dollar all in one chunk right up front. So, we purchase all the mortgages from the banks. The banks get United States Mortgage Savings Bonds. They are bond rich. They can take these bonds and turn them into cash money in a heartbeat, with investors worldwide who will gladly purchase these mortgages. These mortgage savings bonds are going to be written at 2%. Okay, now, so the banks, they have all that cash. Then we are going to let the bank branches, where you make the payment, hold 12 payments. That money is earmarked to be loaned out, and we're going to let them hold that at 2%, which is what we are paying on the United States Mortgage Savings Bonds, that are bonds of we the people, that we let them use 12 payments to loan out to small businesses in the same zip codes where the branches are. So there's a pizzeria a couple blocks away. They need to expand. They need another oven, a second oven, because everyone loves their pizza. They could double their business. So the bank can examine the business, look at the books, and loan them the money. So we're leaving them to have 12 payments to use to loan to small businesses in the same zip codes where they are. In the event the bank can't find any companies that need money and can use money and can pay the money back, then they're going to give that money back and they're not going to hold it. But the interest on 60 million mortgages, the monthly interest from 4 to 7% on 60 million mortgages, that goes to Uncle Sam every month. The United States Mortgage Savings Bond is written at 2%. The average bank loan, mortgage loan from Uncle Sam, not bank loan, they're just servicing the mortgage for a quarter point. So if you had a mortgage that was at 5%, it would be 5.25% because of a quarter point to service. The average bank loan, say 5%. I've got to answer the phone. Hold it right there. Hello? Yeah. I'm busy making a recording on my, recording a little program about mortgages, and then the phone rang, so I stopped it. I didn't stop the machine. I just said to the machine, hold it, I got to go answer the phone. Now I'm looking at myself on the camera and talking to you on the telephone. What? Come? I'm here. Sure, come. All right, bye-bye. Okay, I'm back. So, where was I? So now the interest is on the United States Mortgage Savings Bond is 2%, and the average interest on the houses, on the 60 million houses. And when I say commercial mortgages that are bank held, I'm talking about rental property, giant complexes where there's a mortgage on them and the companies are having a problem meeting their obligations. So we're purchasing everything. So the average mortgage is going to be at 5%, say, and the mortgage savings bond is at 2%. That's a 3% spread. The 3% spread on 60 million mortgages is going to go to start drawing down the national debt. You follow that? What I'm doing is something very revolutionary almost. It's innovative. It's worth a Nobel Prize. We, the people, are going to purchase all the private debt relative to where we live, our houses. We're going to purchase all the private debt. And the spread between the bonds we use to purchase the private debt and the interest that we pay off the debt we have on our properties, that we're going to use to apply to lowering the debt itself against the principal of the debt, the interest and the principal. The interest is 2%. We've got that. So there's an additional 3%. That goes for the principal. And that way we won't have any national debt. And our dollar will be very strong. And everybody won't worry. God forbid you broke your leg, your wife can't work, something happened, the spouse can't work, whatever it is, but you could make the interest payment. So you're not going to get thrown out of your house. Nobody's going to get thrown out of their house. There are people out there, they're total, complete, utter deadbeats, and they try to game everything that you do. Those people will deal with. There's not very many. It's a half of 1% of all the people who are living in houses and paying their mortgage payment. So that's my program. And on that note, I'm shutting this down, and I'm going to take a look at it in a replay. So, very good. You're a great audience. I love you. I'm Michael Stephen Levinson, writing candidate for President of the United States, in my living room television studio.